Guys, today I'm going to talk about global warming. First of all, I want to share my screen. Firstly, like I said, I'm going to talk about global warming. Firstly, I'll explain what is global warming, and after that, I'll talk about its causes, results, and solutions. And finally, I'll talk about its importance. Let's start. What is the global warming? Global warming is described as the increase in the temperature on the Earth because of greenhouse effects emitted into the atmosphere as a result of some activities. After the definition, let's look why have we this problem? What are the causes of global warming? Actually, the main reason is carbon dioxide emission. The emission of carbon dioxide causes gases to be suspended into the atmosphere, preventing air circulation, slowing down atmospheric activities, and spoiling the feature of the atmosphere. And finally, as a result of all these incidents, we have been fighting with global warming. Well, why there is the emission of carbon dioxide? Let's look at this. We can separate five different aspects for this. First aspect is transportation. Fossil fuels are used for transportations every part, like land, sea, or air. And when we use them, carbon dioxide is releasing into the air in every single second. And also, with the increasing of population and increasing of the number of vehicles, this realizing is increasing each passing day. Second fact is industrialization. Carbon dioxide from industrial chimneys is rising into the air without any precautions. Rapid and unplanned industrialization causes to increase carbon emission alarmingly. For example, the industrial carbon emission of China, one of today's strongest economies, increased by 119% between 2000 and 2016. Nextly, deforestation is one of the most significant causes of global warming. Trees are cut down to build industrial areas, houses, or hotels. Nevertheless, the aim of trees is to absorb carbon dioxide and provide oxygen to the air. And when they become excess, the carbon dioxide into the air cannot be absorbed. In this way, we become more vulnerable to pollution and global warming. Another aspect is using perfume and deodorants. CFC gas contained in deodorants does not decompose. It can rise in the atmosphere without combining with other molecules. Since it can go up to the ozone layer without decomposition, it breaks down ozone molecules here. This fragmentation in the ozone layer causes the sun's rays come directly to the earth and thus to global warming. And for the last, I'll talk about consumerism frenzy. Thousands of products are produced every day to provide consumption. According to the researchers, the resources that spent only in the production of these products constitute 16% of gas emissions. Next topic is results of global warming. The main result is climate change. Earth's temperature is getting higher, and because of that, climate is not like it should. Winters, for example, are hotter than the past. Likewise, summers are hotter than it should. This caused all of other consequences. For example, melting of glaciers. Glaciers are quite important for world, and extinction of them is one of the most serious issues. Melting of glaciers brings three essential dangers. First one is losing habitats. Glaciers are habitat for some animals, and if they become disappear, these animals cannot live. Some of them immigrate, and some of them might die. However, immigrants might cannot adapt there or cause danger for other animals, which native ones. Second one is rising sea levels and floods. When sea levels rise, coastal still submerged, and people who live in there are in great danger. And the last danger is methane emission. Scientists have found that glaciers melting releases methane gas trapped in ice sheets, and methane can be dangerous for creatures. Another consequence is drought. In recent years, precipitation has been decreasing all the world, and this leads to drought. Drought also has become one of the main causes of many different and serious problems. For instance, agriculture cannot be done, and therefore both production reduces and agricultural workers become unemployed. In addition to that, habitats of many plants and animals have been disappearing. For this reason, some species are extincting and some of them are at risk of extinction. Consequently, life cycle is seriously damaged. The extinction of a single animal or plant means that the life of other creatures is greatly and negatively affected. And for the last of this topic, as a consequence of all of this, the ecological balance is getting harmed and the world is getting more and more damaged every passing day. Another topic that I want to talk about is how can we solve this problem? First solution that I'm going to talk about is using renewable energy sources. As you know, the main reason of global warming is emission of carbon dioxide. And if we continue to use fossil fuels, the emission of carbon dioxide will never decrease. Because of that, we must use renewable energy sources. They are environmental friendly. That means they do not pollute and damage the world. They are healthier and less harmful. Therefore, if we can use them, we can significantly reduce the emission of carbon dioxide, and like that, harmful effects of global warming can be solved. Second solution is reducing consumption and recycling. We can reduce the purchase of environmentally harmful substances. We also use shopping bags in our daily life so much. Due to that, producing recycling packaging and shopping bags can be one of the biggest benefits to solve this problem. Final solution is saving. We can do saving for many different ways. For example, in winter, when the houses are hot, we can turn down the heating instead of opening the window to cool off. Or we can use fluorescents or energy-saving bulbs rather than normal bulbs. Also, a great contribution to saving can be made by not leaving the computers, lights, televisions, and this type electrical things on when we are not using them. If we want to live a healthier world, we must do something and we must be careful. And the last topic is exactly about that. Why the global warming is so important. Every factor and event that occur as a result of global warming is something that harms the world and every living thing in the world. Global warming has been endangering the lives of the world, ourselves, and other living things. Because of that, it is so important and we have to solve it. This is the end of the presentation. I hope I did a great and useful presentation. Thank you for listening to me.